What's good, YouTube? Dave Cuts Hair. Welcome to the channel. Today's video is going to be a number 3 with a blurry bald taper on the side. So without further ado, let's get it. How are we cutting your hair?
Same thing.
Same thing, number 3 on top with the taper?
Yeah.
And you want to do the eyebrows also?
Yep.
And your beard?
Yep.
All right, got you. What's good, YouTube? Welcome back to the channel for another haircut tutorial. Today we're doing, like I said in the intro, a number 3 with a bald taper on the side. And right now I'm just taking my Andis Super ZR with the, it's actually a 3 3/4 blade on there. It's a little longer than a number 3. It's got the 3 3/4 blade on there, and we're just knocking everything down and getting it even, preparing it for the taper that we're gonna give on the sides and in the back. We're gonna try not to go too high. We want to leave that C cup, keep it dark so that it pops. And yeah, here we go. So we're knocking that hair down, and here we go with the Babyliss Gold FX, putting in that first line for the taper. My angle in this video is a little weird because my phone had to charge while I was recording. So you're kind of going to see a little bit of my shoulder in pretty much all the shots in this video, but I still felt like it was some valuable content for you guys. So what we did was we put the first guideline in and slowly just worked from close all the way to open. And then with our number 1 guard, came in there with the number 1 closed, and then followed that up with a half guard. Now we're at the number 2, and then the 1.5 to bring that taper together. And the fade is going to be the same steps on this side as it is in the back, and also as it is in the other side. So just try to remember those steps, and hopefully you guys will be able to follow along. So right now I got the number 1 guard on there, and there's the half guard, and we're just trying to clean up some dark spots in the fade. In the taper. Taper's pretty much done, just trying to clean it up. Here we go in the back, making that ball guideline. And what you want to do is when whether it's putting in your first guideline or whether you're putting in panels, you don't want to move on until what you're doing is clear. So I don't want to move on until the bottom of the neck is clean. There's no more hair there. Now I'm making that first panel with the Wall cordless seniors. These have been my go-tos pretty much lately. And again, same steps on the side, starting from close. Open that, see how I open that lever a little bit right there? Open that lever a little bit and just move up. As you open the lever, move up about 1/4 of an inch. Open the lever 1/4 of the way, move up about 1/4 of an inch. And that panel was put in with the 1 guard, and now we're blending it out with the 16th. And you see how we're not moving on to the next one until that panel is faded. That way, by the time you're done, you have a full taper. You don't got to go back too much and, you know, basically end up getting lost. From the 2 to the 1.5. Now that 3 3/4 blade that we used in the beginning, my number 2 open blends right into that, and I know that, so that's why the highest guard I'm using is a number 2. We're working back down with the 1 guard, closed it up. And here's that other side taper. Again, first panel, work your way from closed to open. 1/4 of the way up, 1/4 of an inch. A 1/4 of the way open, 1/4 of an inch up. 1/4 of the way open, 1/4 of an inch up, and you just keep following that step. Here we have the 1 guard, using the 16th again to blend that out. The steps are the same on each side. If you can get the steps on one side, you can get the steps on the other, and you can fade the whole way around like that. I believe that's the 1.5 guard on there right now. And we're just trying to lighten up that pretty much that last line until it blends into what we already did. Again, sorry my shoulder's in the way. Hopefully I can, next video I'll have a better angle, but I needed my phone to charge in order to record this. So now we're using the Babyliss Gold FX shaver to, you know, just clean up the rest of his face, clean up his mustache, make sure that taper, the bottom of the taper is totally bald. Because the trimmer will get there, but it won't get all the way there. We use that shaver to really bring your fades and your tapers to the next level. Helps them last a little longer too. You don't want somebody like getting a bald fade or a bald taper, but it's not actually bald. It's got stubble at the bottom. You don't wanna be that guy. And right here we are working on the C cup. Remember I said I wanted to keep it pretty dark. I mean, obviously not crazy dark, but you know, dark enough so that you could get a nice line on it, you can see it. And I try not to, you know, go too far in with the C cup. Try to just start where the hair follicle actually is. So whenever you're lining up, I try to start where the hair follicle is, not past the hair follicle. But also you don't want to give somebody like a scared lineup either. You don't want to be, oh, I'm trying to keep it natural, but it don't even look like it was lined up at all. You know what I mean? There's definitely a balance between, you know, push back and not sharp enough. You know what I mean? There's definitely a balance between that. So you want to kind of find that balance when you're shaping people up. Try not to press too hard. You see his skin isn't like red or anything like that. I'm trying not to press too hard. I know I can be a little heavy-handed sometimes, so that's something that I have to like really be conscious of. And right here with the front lineup, we just started as close as I can to the middle, but also at the highest point of his hairline, because you don't want to start at a low point, line it up, and then you still got this part where it kind of jumps up. So as close as you can to the middle, but at the highest point of the hairline is where you want to start. And we putting the razor on my man, getting him sharp. What I like to do is line them up with the trimmer and the razor, and then, you know, so clients can see like this is the haircut that I have. Then we put the color enhancement on there, because a lot of people like to hate on color enhancement and be like, oh, that's not real and all this stuff like that. Listen, he saw the haircut that he has before the color enhancement. Now he's going to see the haircut he's got after the color enhancement, and he's going to go, dag, I should pay Dave more. So there it is. And for all you color enhancement haters out there, get your money up. Look what it did. Come on, man. How can you... Look what it did to the taper, yo. How can you hate? Right now we're using 245 no drip in this cordless compressor. It's not the Beam Team compressor. I broke mine, but this is another one. But we're still using a no drip because it's honestly like probably the best color enhancement on the market. I don't want to be sitting there all day worrying about, is my ratio correct when I mix the kiss with the alcohol. I need it to be right out the bottle. So whew, my man came in looking rough, like he really needed to see his barber. There's the before. I told him I got him. Here's the after. Let's go. Look at that taper, dude. That's the blurriest taper on YouTube, man. Come on. The color enhancement brought the cut to a whole nother level, man. I could have just left it like that, but the color enhancement brought the cut to a whole nother level. And the slit in the eyebrow, come on, man. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up and subscribe. I'll see y'all next time. Peace.